Hello, yes. My name is Dave Scarborough. I'm a RTT alumni. I graduated about a month ago, and I'm also a person who stutters. Although, after taking RTT, I began to realize I'm a person that doesn't stutter all that often any longer, and it's all due to RTT. I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I first started to stutter when I was in about the first grade, I think it was. And then through RTT sessions, I realized that the real root of the problem of the stuttering was that I was extremely hyperactive back in grade school. And then we had to go to what the root of the problem was for the hyperactivity. And we found that the RTT practitioners and graduates that were working on me, I had several working on me, we found that the hyperactivity, the root of that was being born extremely premature. I was born about 3 months premature, and I weighed about 2 pounds at birth, and I was in a incubator for about 3 months, and then I was given up for adoption, and all the scenes that came back turned out to be really stressful. I realized that those were really stressful experiences for me back in those early years, and also they didn't know how to handle hyperactive kids in school back in those days. Teachers didn't know how to handle hyperactive kids. Principals didn't. Parents didn't also. My parents were very old school, and they didn't know how to handle hyperactive kids. And so I was in trouble, not only at school, but I was in trouble after I came home from school also. And that was the way my childhood went. And then I took speech therapy many years later, and I found the speech therapy helped for a little while. Once I got to a point I really wanted to focus on it and do it, it took me quite a long time to get to that point. That's one more thing that hyperactive children usually grow up to be adults that have attention deficit disorder, and I had that, and I had a hard time focusing on any one certain thing and completing it, especially if I didn't see it was helping me in the moment. And speech therapy is one of those things that doesn't really help you in the moment. It takes an awful long time to get onto it. So I eventually got to a point where I was fairly stutter-free, and I graduated from speech therapy, but then I found that it does tend to make you sound a bit robotic and unnatural, and I didn't like that. So I stopped focusing on the speech therapy. They say that eventually you get to a point where you don't have to focus on it. It becomes automatic. I just never got to that point. And what happened next is I was a guided meditation leader. I realized that I could lead guided meditations without stuttering, and I was doing that for several years. And that helped me, at least when I was doing the guided meditations, that helped me stay fluent during that period of time anyway. There wasn't a lot of carryover to everyday life. So I needed something that gave me that carryover to everyday life. And eventually I studied hypnotherapy, and that helped a bit too. I was able to do short hypnotherapy sessions without stuttering. And then after that, I found out about RTT. That was the thing that really did it, rapid transformational therapy. I had several student therapists working on me and some graduate therapists also. And then after they found the root and the cause of the stuttering, which was the hyperactivity, and the root and the cause of the hyperactivity, which was prematurity, and then we worked on all the trauma that all those things brought me, and all the years of trauma. And all of a sudden I started getting fluent, and I hardly ever stuttered, and I could lead 3-hour RTT sessions now, and I've done quite a lot of them. I've done about 50 of them so far. And I found that I could do a 3-hour session without stuttering most of the time. I found sometimes I still do, occasionally I still do, most of the time I don't. Sometimes I could even do 2 sessions per day, which might last up to 6 hours for 2 sessions. And I was able to do that and talk fairly fluently the whole time without stuttering. And I owe it all to RTT. RTT has done so much for me. And I'm considering even starting an RTT business right now. And it's just amazing what RTT has done for me. And that's all there is to it. RTT is just amazing, and it can make a person who's a fairly moderate stutterer, that was what I was, into a mild stutterer. That's what I am now. Some even say I don't stutter, but I do occasionally, not all the time. And so that's my testimony for RTT. RTT works. Thank you.